In my previous video, I talked about two assumptions of linear regression, which were linearity and homoscedasticity. In this one, I will be talking about three other assumptions. So let's get started. Now, there are two ways to detect if our data has normality or not. First one is to plot a KDE, which is kernel density estimate, on the residuals. And if you see that it follows a bell-shaped curve, then we say the data is normal. Otherwise, the second approach is to plot a QQ plot. QQ plot, which is short form of quantile-quantile plot. In this, on x-axis, we plot the theoretical quantile, and on y-axis we plot predicted quantile. And if the data shows a straight line, comes in a straight line, then we say that it has normality. Otherwise, if it can't fit into a straight line, then we say the data is not having normality. Now the fourth assumption is assumption of independence or no autocorrelation. Residuals should not be correlated to one another, and this assumption is it mostly gets violated when we work with time series data. Why we call it as autocorrelation is because we are talking about correlation of error terms with themselves. For example, if you're doing a house price prediction and if errors are grouped by neighborhood, like for one of the neighborhoods or some of the neighborhoods, you are always underestimating or overestimating the house prices in that area, then this is called as autocorrelation. There are two ways to detect autocorrelation. First one is to plot a residual versus time plot. If there are no patterns observed, like in the left side one, then we say that we have no autocorrelation. And if there are patterns observed in this plot of residual versus time, then we say that data has autocorrelation. Second way to find out if data has autocorrelation or not is using a Durbin-Watson test. Fifth assumption is called as no multicollinearity. Independent variables should not be highly correlated with one another. For example, in house price prediction, if you're using square foot and the number of bedrooms to predict the house prices, then this would not have much collinearity. But if you use square foot and the lot size to make the prediction on house prices, then obviously these two things mean the same thing, and we say that our data has multicollinearity. And in order for us to use linear regression, our data should not have multicollinearity. There are again two ways to detect multicollinearity. First one is called as variance inflation factor, VIF. If VIF is greater than 5, then we say multicollinearity is present. And the second is to plot a heat map on df.core, which is on the correlation matrix of the data frame. So to sum up, there are 5 assumptions of linear regression: linearity, normality, homoscedasticity, no autocorrelation, and no multicollinearity.